Did you know that in the 2020 US election, nearly 100 million eligible voters didn't cast a ballot? That's about 43% of the population. And it's not just in the US, countries around the world are seeing more and more people tune out of politics. Political apathy is rising faster than ever, and it's happening right before our eyes. But why is this happening? Why are so many people turning away from something so important? Could it be that people feel their voices no longer matter? Are social media and constant distractions to blame? In this video, we'll dive deep into the reasons behind the growing political apathy. We'll uncover shocking truths, from how the internet is changing political engagement to how distrust in leaders has reached alarming levels. Stick with us as we explore what's really happening, and whether we can turn things around before it's too late. Chapter 1: The Silent Majority. Who's really ignoring politics? Political apathy is rising, and it's not just a passing trend. Millions are tuning out of politics altogether. In the US, voter turnout in midterm elections often hovers around 40–50%, with younger generations leading the disengagement. A 2020 Pew Research study found that 56% of Americans felt their voices didn't matter in the political process. The internet and social media have given us endless distractions, making it easy to forget about the political battles happening around us. However, it's not just about laziness. Many are frustrated. They feel their concerns aren't addressed, and that voting is a wasted effort. And it's not just young people, older generations are starting to feel the same way. The problem lies in a growing sense of disillusionment. People from all walks of life are tired of empty promises. They want solutions, not just talk. According to Gallup, trust in government has been on a steady decline for decades. In 2021, only 24% of Americans expressed a great deal of trust in the government, a sharp drop from 77% in the 1960s. Politics feels more like a game where the winner takes it all, and most people don't even bother watching anymore. Chapter 2: The Trust Crisis. When politicians became part of the problem, trust in politicians is at an all-time low. In 2020, a report from the Edelman Trust Barometer revealed that only 47% of people globally trusted their political leaders. Scandals and corruption have eroded confidence. The political elites seem out of touch, and many voters feel that the system doesn't work for them. Who can forget the 2008 financial crisis? The bailouts to Wall Street while ordinary citizens struggled sparked outrage. This event, among others, fueled the growing perception that politicians only serve the rich and powerful. But it's not just about past mistakes. The system feels rigged, and many have lost faith that any election will bring real change. Consider that in 2019, 70% of Americans believed the political system needed a major overhaul, according to a Gallup poll. With such low trust, is it any surprise that fewer and fewer people feel motivated to vote or stay engaged? Chapter 3: Social media's role. The politics of shallow click. Social media, for all its good, plays a huge role in increasing political apathy. Platforms like Facebook and Twitter have turned politics into an endless scroll of sensationalized headlines and clickbait. Researchers from the University of Oxford found that 75% of online political content was designed to evoke an emotional reaction, not foster thoughtful discussion. Instead of meaningful political debates, we're bombarded with memes and sound bites that offer little depth. Even worse, misinformation spreads like wildfire. In the 2020 US election, false information was shared over 3 billion times across social platforms, according to a study by MIT. This creates confusion and frustration, leading to apathy. People begin to question what's real, so they tune out altogether. And it's not just about fake news, people get tired of the endless noise. The real issues often get lost in the shuffle of trending hashtags and viral videos. If you're finding this content interesting, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We've got a lot more to uncover, and you won't want to miss it. Chapter 4: The Disconnect. Policy versus people. Why does it feel like no one's listening? One of the core reasons for political apathy is the feeling that policies don't speak to the real concerns of everyday citizens. For many, it seems like decisions are made far away from the communities they affect. A study by the Center for American Progress found that 60% of Americans think the government doesn't address issues that matter most to them. Whether it's healthcare, affordable housing, or job opportunities, many people feel like their voices are ignored. Take healthcare, for instance. Despite years of debate over the Affordable Care Act, millions of Americans still struggle to afford necessary treatment. Politicians promise change, but it often feels like nothing ever improves. This lack of tangible results leaves many voters disillusioned. If you feel your voice isn't heard and your problems are ignored, it's easier to disengage than to stay invested in a system that feels broken. Chapter 5: The Power of Convenience, How Apathy Became the Easier Option. Today, convenience often trumps civic responsibility. We live in an era of instant gratification. Why invest time in politics when you can binge watch your favorite show or scroll through social media? A 2019 study by the Pew Research Center found that 71% of young adults, ages 18–29, preferred to stay informed about politics through short, easy-to-digest content. This quick-fix approach to news has made it easier to ignore long-term political engagement. Political apathy thrives because it's simply easier to ignore the news than to dive deep into it. Convenience is a major factor, and people are naturally inclined to avoid things that feel complex or draining. With the rise of on-demand streaming services and social media, people have more ways to escape from the messy world of politics. Why deal with difficult issues when you can watch funny cat videos instead? Chapter 6: Reawakening the Spirit, Can Political Engagement Be Saved? Despite the rise of apathy, all hope is not lost. There are new efforts to re-engage the public and make politics more accessible. The rise of grassroots movements, such as climate activism led by figures like Greta Thunberg, is helping to bring young people back into the political conversation. Platforms like Change.org have empowered everyday citizens to start petitions and advocate for local change. Moreover, there's a growing recognition that politicians need to do more to rebuild trust. In 2020, a report from the Democracy Fund found that 72% of Americans wanted more transparency from their elected officials. If politicians can be more honest and show they are truly working for the people, maybe apathy will start to decline. Additionally, organizations like Rock the Vote and non-profit groups are working to make voting easier, pushing for mail-in ballots and online registration. These efforts are making it simpler for people to get involved and stay engaged. The challenge is clear: if we want to reawaken political engagement, we need to make it easier, more transparent, and more relatable for everyone. If you enjoyed this video and want more insights like these, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Together, we can help fight political apathy and bring real change.